The first step is awareness. If you don't feel happy, if you feel something is not right, if you have tried to keep a relationship in your life flourishing, but you seem to always come up short, you may be dealing with a narcissist. Not just someone who is selfish, but someone with a personality structure that is not capable of change. The first step is being aware that how they treat you is not right, and that who they are is not a person capable of ever becoming the person you want them to be. What follows are some of the signs.
If you want to know who controls you, look at who you are not allowed to criticize.
Count the apologies. Narcissists don't apologize. Stable people do.
Do they make subtle, very subtle slights at your expense? A certain face, ignoring you when you speak, making a condescending joke, never at their expense, always at yours. Narcissists want to make sure those close to them are less than, especially when the audience hears it subtly. Are you called sensitive? Narcissists claim you are sensitive when they are not tapped into their emotions at all. They cannot understand or even imagine your capacities to feel. Do they control your time? Are you late often because of them? When they know something is important to you, do they happen to have a reason to stall? When this happens many times over, this is not coincidence. Do they not keep their word? Narcissists lie. They care about making themselves look good in the present. They have hard time remembering the truth because that is not their agenda. The truth is not important to them. How they are perceived is. Is the general message that they are the hero? They don't make mistakes? They don't mess up? If they are always in the right and never in the wrong, they might be a narcissist. Do you keep trying to remind them, teach them, or tell them your thoughts and they ignore you? Narcissists don't learn from their mistakes. They don't want to. Do they promise one thing and act on another? Narcissists are inconsistent. They may tell someone one thing and someone else another. Are friends and family isolating themselves from you for no apparent reason? Narcissists create social wedges to isolate their targets. They want complete control, and that means no one else's influence. They don't have anything they're working on to improve about themselves. If they haven't self-assessed and can openly admit to both the shortcoming and the growth opportunity, they could be a narcissist. Do they blame you for their limitations? Telling you it's your fault or anyone else's fault and not taking responsibility ever is a sign they are a narcissist. Do they show up when they can show you off and retreat when you genuinely need support? Narcissists use people close to them so they can shine more. If you are not supporting their shine, you are of no use to them. Do they ignore you often? They care about themselves more than you. Do they restrict money? Being inconsistent with money is a way to control their targets. They use this to sabotage you. Do they claim people are walking on eggshells around you? No. Once people find out, they walk on eggshells around the narcissist. Is the conversation always led by them? Narcissists like to be the center of attention. Sometimes this means they take up the most space. Sometimes this means they always get the right joke in. Sometimes this means they always have a story that fits the conversation perfectly. usually made up. Sometimes they are sitting back and soaking in everyone else's authenticity only to use the stories against them later. Are they a social hero in public and judgmental of all their audience members in private? This inconsistency is common of narcissists. Are they obsessed with money, looks, titles, clothes, homes, cars, and dismiss emotional or spiritual realms? They could be a narcissist. Do they never take accountability? Narcissists don't.
Pay attention to the projected accusations. They are a confession. There is no better test of a man's integrity than his behavior when he is wrong. Marvin Williams. Love bombing is not love. It is investment to buy your trust. Don't apologize for things you did not do. These are some of the signs. Be aware of the behaviors you give and receive, and the behaviors of those around you. Is the person you keep trying to change not hearing you? Do they just not get it? How many times have you tried to have a conversation about your needs and wants, only for them to not give you what you needed or wanted? Not in a materialistic kind of way, but an emotional one. You may be dealing with a narcissist, not just someone who is selfish, but someone with a personality structure that is not capable of change. The first step is being aware that how they treat you is not right, and that who they are is not a person capable of ever becoming the person you want them to be. Awareness is the first step.